I'm Jennifer Gerk, and today I'm giving an informative speech on Norman Reedus. My specific purpose is to inform my listeners that Norman Reedus is not just a successful actor. My central idea is to inform everybody that Norman is a man of many skills and talents and has not been given the recognition that he deserves. For the most part, Norman's personal life has remained just that, personal. He was born January 6, 1969 in Hollywood, Florida. His son Mingus was born October 13, 1999 in Denmark and has remained out of the media spotlight for obvious reasons. Before he was an actor, he worked several other jobs. He was a model for Prada, he worked in Venice, California motorcycle shop as a repairman, and he was a photographer creating his own works of art, even a book titled "The Sun is Coming Up Like a Big Bald Head." He was a sculptor, he was a painter, and he did several voiceovers for video games like Silent Hill and PT. He is also known for many great movies. The Boondock Saints, where a set of fraternal twins set off throughout Boston to rid them of all enemies they believe are evil. They are joined in this by a dim-witted friend, a twisted FBI agent, and a convicted assassin. The movie at first did not receive that great of reviews. However, several years later, it became a huge cult classic about 5 years later, and still has a huge gathering. He was also one of the McManus brothers in Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day. In this movie, they are exiled, staying in Ireland with their father, when they find out that their friend, the priest over in Boston, had been murdered. So they return to Boston to avenge the death of their friend, the priest, where they find yet another dim-witted friend to help them, along with the Boston Police Department. One of my all-time favorite movies, but it did not get that much credit because most people thought that due to poor directing and poor acting, it led to sort of kind of a bad movie, and many people wish that it didn't really happen at all. However, people are still demanding a third installment. Another really great, yet really unrecognized movie that Norman was in is Deuces Wild. This movie, he plays the leader of a rival street gang who is released from prison only to find out that the sister of one of his gang members and the brother of the gang that he rivals have fallen in love, which leads to an all-out turf war, lots of bloodshed, and eventually pretty much everybody dying. Yes, even Daryl. Well, in this case, his name was Marco. This movie was amazing and received nowhere near enough recognition. It had several A-list actors in it, which automatically makes me wonder why it didn't get the recognition that it received, but something that could be discussed at a later time. Another thing you all know, obviously, is The Walking Dead. He began The Walking Dead in 2010 and is still working on it now here in 2015. The Walking Dead, as you know, is basically a story about human survival during the zombie apocalypse. People are fighting zombies, they're fighting humans. It's basically about trying to survive. He read for the part of Merle in the beginning, but the producer liked him so much that they wrote him his own part that wasn't even in the comic books, hence the part of Daryl Dixon. He then became an instant fan favorite and has began selling millions of dollars in merchandise and revenue. Hence the t-shirt here, the t-shirt here. He has won several awards. The IGN Movie Awards, he won the TV Hero Award for The Walking Dead as Best Supporting Actor in 2012. In the Academy of Science Fiction, Fantasy, and Horror Films, he won the Saturn Award for Best Supporting Actor in Television Series in The Walking Dead 2012 and 2015. And in the New England Film Festival, he won the Special Jury Award in Acting Performance for Floating a movie he did in 1997. His distinct trademarks, you may have noticed before, are his sunglasses, his bright blue eyes, and his goatee, as well as when he speaks, his gruffy voice. I got all my information this evening from the Huffington Post and Studio Matrix. I hope that I have given you all the information you need to see that Norman Reedus, as I said, is not just an actor, but a man of many traits, talents, and again, should be given a lot more of the credit that he has been receiving.